Let us try to solve the exercise number 1 in the part A of Advanced Java Lab. In this particular program, we are supposed to convert the numbers into words using enumerations. And they expect us to create a constructor within the enumeration and the methods. Also, we are supposed to use the instance variables of this enumeration. And they have given the input range is between 0 and 99999. The example that they have given over here is, suppose if you type the number 36, so you are supposed to get this 36 in Word. So let's go ahead and let's create our project. I'm going to go to the NetBeans and I'm going to click on the new project. So within this new project, I'm going to go to the Java and I'm going to select the Java application. I'm going to go to the next over here and you can type any name to your project. And I'm going to give it a name as numertoword. Okay. And I'm going to click finish. NetBeans is going to create a project for me, and it's going to add a static void main method within the class with the same name as of my project. Let me add the enumeration into this particular project. I'm going to go to this project. You can click on the project over here, or you can go to the window and then select the project from the window also. And let's look at the project that we are currently working on. And we are working on the num2word, the project. I'm clicking on the plus sign over here. If you click on the plus sign in the source packages, you will see that there is a package with the same name as that of the project. And there is this num2word class, which is automatically created by the NetBeans. I'm going to go to this package and I'm going to click on this particular package, that is num2word package. I'm going to right click on it and I'm going to say new. And if the Java enumeration is not available over here, click on the others and the NetBeans is going to give you a dialog box. Within this dialog box, select the Java as your category, and within the category you can search for the Java enumeration. Okay, I'm going to click next and you can give any name to this particular enumeration. I'm going to call this one as a number or numbers, whatever you want to call it as. Let me click on finish. And as usual, NetBeans is going to add some remark statement because I'm not going to document anything over here. I'm going to remove that particular documentation, that is a remark statement from here. And what I'm going to go over here is I'm going to create a list of constants. And the constant I'm going to create is say 0. If I type 0, inside bracket I'm going to use 0, not 10, and a comma. And if I say 1, and inside bracket I'm going to put 1, and so on and so forth. Now this is going to be a very daunting experience if you start typing it on your own. So I'm going to use the Microsoft Word to help me out with the generation of this particular text. I will click on this and I'm going to open the Microsoft Word. In this Microsoft Word, we have an option for inserting a table. I'm going to click on this insert and I'm going to go to the table. Under the table, I'm going to select insert table. And when I click on this insert table, I'm shown a dialog box that says how many columns you want. I want 2 columns and I want 30 rows for my use. So I'm going to click on it and I'm going to click OK. So the Microsoft Word will create 30 rows for me. I'm going to start with the 0. So I'm going to say 0, 1, 2. See how I'm typing it is I click the down arrow on my keyboard. You have this down arrow on your keyboard. Just press this down arrow as you type it. So press the down arrow, press 3, press the down arrow, press 4, and so on. So I'm pressing the down arrow to go to the row below the current row. So 9, let me make it as 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Remember, up to here, these are common words. You can't get the combination. So you get 1, 2, and so on. After 20, what you get is 21 will be 20 is here, 20 and 1. So in English if you write 1 here. So this is going to be 21 and 22 and so on and so forth. So from here onwards, the whatever words you are creating, those words will have a combination of words which are coming from here. So then I am going to go with the 30 and 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 and 100. In the same way, I'm going to go with the 1000. Okay, so I think that's enough. Let's go to the other column now. We want to get it in the words. So I'm going to go to the other column. I'm going to click in front of the other column. I'm going to go to the layout. And in the layout, I'm going to go to the formula. So layout, click on the layout and go to the formula. And the Microsoft Word will add a formula called sum left. Whatever which is there in the left side is going to sum the things. But there is only one number, so sum of 0 is 0 itself. Similarly, sum of 1 will be 1 itself, sum of 2 will be 2 itself. So this formula will not make any new things, but there is this formula. I'm going to put some space here. The reason is sometime when you try to edit it, it will give some error. So I will put some space. I'm going to remove that space later. Then I'm going to use two bracket, that is circular bracket, because I want to get this numbers in the circular bracket. So I got that one, and I'm going to select this 0, control C and get it inside, and control V, so that I remove the extra spaces which is there. Okay, I've put some spaces in between. The reason for this is sometime if you try to edit it, you will get the problem. So you must remember the keyword, and I hope you have not forgotten that thing. So you have this shift plus function key F9. So this is going to toggle the formula which is over here, that is the fields which are there in the Microsoft Word. If you forgotten this one, just to select this whole thing, right click, and you get an option to toggle field codes. This is same, or this is same as pressing the shift and F9. So if I press, I'm going to press that, the shift and F9, it's going to toggle. If I again press the shift and F9, you get the see the formula. Again, if I press shift F9, it's going to go. So this is simple as that. So once you have this formula, I'm going to put a backslash, and I'm going to put the star in front of it, and I'm going to say card text. Okay, so I'm going to say card text. This is going to convert it into lowercase letter. Let me just press shift F9 for the demonstration purpose. I'm doing it. You don't need to do it. So you will see that it is 0 only. Nothing has changed. Now, if at all you want to update the formula, then without shift, just press F9. This is the function key which is there on your keyboard. Just press this F9 key on your keyboard. So I'm going to just press that F9, and you notice that it's going to show it in the smaller case 0, but I don't want the small case 0, because the question says we are supposed to show it in the capital. So I'm going to convert that particular thing into capitals. How do I do this? Again, I'm going to edit the toggle the field here by pressing shift and F9. So I press shift and F9. I see the formula. Now after this, I'm going to put one more slash, and I'm going to put star here, and I'm going to type uppercase. So just type upper in front of it. So slash cortex slash upper, and again I'm going to press the shift F9, and you see that nothing has happened. To update the field, you just press F9. So shift and F9 for editing or the toggling. F9 is to just to update the fields. Once that is done, I'm going to remove this particular blank spaces. The reason why I added that blank space is sometimes when there is additional things over there, when you try to edit it, you will get a syntax error and so on. So in order to avoid that, I've just removed that thing. So I'm going to select this thing, control C to copy it. And I'm going to select all the remaining fields from here within this table. Select all of them. Just click and drag down, and control V to paste it. All of them are pasted. And now I'm going to update all the fields by pressing F9 on the keyboard. You know very well the key that you are going to use for update is F9. For toggling, it is Shift F9. So otherwise, just F9 on your keyboard, and that's all. I'm going to just press F9, and all of them are done for me. Now this you notice that there is 100 and 1000. Let it be there. So after this has been done, I'm going to just select this thing, whole thing, Control C to copy this. Only the words which are over here, just to select them. Okay, don't select the other field, just select the one which has the words in it. Control C to copy it. Okay, click outside this table, press enter one or two times so that this table is separated. Control V to paste it. So you got this table now. So click anywhere in this table, the table with only one column. So you get a separate table with the one column inside it. So click here, again go to the layout on your machine, and then go here and say convert to text. So you have this option, convert to text. So just click on it, convert to text. Don't worry about it, just click OK. It will convert into text. Control C to copy. Go to your NetBeans. Okay, I'm going to delete everything, and Control V to paste it. A few things that you need to do. One is you notice that there is 100. I'm going to remove it and just going to make it as 100. And 1000 is there. I'm going to remove it and just going to make it as 1000. And the last one, I'm going to put the semicolon. Let me create a constructor for this particular class. So how do you create a constructor? I'm going to go over here and I'm going to create a private int number, which is the private variable. Okay, and I'm going to create a private constructor. So I'm going to say private number. So what is this number that I'm talking about? Number is the name of this enumeration, this number I'm talking about. So this number, okay, so let me take that number, and it's going to take one parameter, int number, num. You can take it anything of your choice, and I'm going to say this dot number is equal to number. You're done with that. Let's go ahead and let's create a method. So this is what they have said, there must be some methods inside it. So let's go and create a method. This method is going to return the value which is over here. So whenever I supply a number, suppose if I supply a number 14 to that method, it's going to return this 14 back to me. So I'm going to say get the word corresponding to the given number. So if I give it a number, it will return the corresponding word for that particular number. So how do I do that thing? I'm going to use the static method in this case. So let me say public static is going to return a string value. So string, and I'm going to say get the word corresponding to the given number. So if you're given a number n, you expect it to return the word. How do you return the word? I'm going to say return. It must return a word. How do you do that? I'm going to go to this number. So by the way, what is this number that I'm talking about? Number is the name of this enumeration. So number, and I'm going to say give me the values. Now if you notice this values is going to give you an array of numbers. So this, from this array, I'm going to return the value corresponding to that n. So suppose if the n is say 7, then corresponding to this 7, I'm going to return this word 7 from that particular thing. Now when I return it, it's going to be number. So I'm going to just concatenate it with a string. You know very well, anything concatenated with the string will convert it into string. So because I said it is returning a string, I'm going to convert that thing into string. Generally, it's going to return as an object. Just I convert it into string. Now the next one is this is good for one number. So suppose if I give the number 5 to this particular get word, it's going to return 5. Okay, that's good. but you are given two digits or three digits or something. 36, if 36 is given, then that 36 is definitely not there in our list. In that case, what to do? In that case, let's write one more function. So let's write a public function that's going to return the string again. Let me call that function as convert. Okay. Again, it's going to take a integer number and it's going to return the value. So this is going to be slightly longer one. Suppose if I take 1 2 3 4 5, if I give this number to this method, it's going to return say 2345. So it's going to return very lengthy number. Okay. So let's look at that thing. So let me create a string variable over here, and I'm going to call this one as a string result, let's say. And let me create a blank string, and at the end of the day I'm going to just return that result back. Okay, I've not done it, but I'm going to create that string with the word. Suppose if you give a number like suppose here, if you give this for this, if you give a number 346, it's going to convert it into 4000 456, and finally it's going to return that thing back to me. But I write the code definitely. Okay, first let's start with the simple logic. Suppose if the number is given as minus 45, in that case what you are supposed to do is, because it is minus, I'm supposed to show a negative sign in front of it. Okay, so let's say, suppose if the number, so if the number that is given is less than 0, what is the meaning of saying less than 0? Is negative. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to return, okay, with the word negative. Okay, negative, hope my spelling is proper, and with one space there, so that it won't words won't touch and come together. So we need one, at least one space there, negative, and then again I'm going to call the same method, that is the convert method, and this time I'm going to give minus n. So what you are going to do in this case is, suppose if minus 45 is given to you, okay, in that case you're first going to print negative, and you're going to call this function again with minus sign. So what it's going to do now is, it is minus of minus 45. You know very well, minus of minus is going to be positive. So here I am converting it into positive by making a additional minus sign in front of it. So it's going to be negative of negative, that's going to be positive. So this is what it's going to do. Okay, so you got for the negative number. What if the number is 0 itself? So if negative you have taken care, if the number is greater than, or not greater than, equal to 0, in that case where is the number gone? If the number, that is n, is equal to 0, in that case what you are going to do? In that case you are going to return, okay, I'll go to this get word method. So how can I go to this get word method? I'm going to go to this numbers. By the way, what is this number that I have here? Number is the name of this enumeration. Remember, this enumeration itself is given the name number, and there is a static method inside it. And what is the static method? That static method is get word. So I'm going to get the word. So if n is 0, which value is going to return? So if n is 0, it's going to return 0 back to you. So it is simple as that. Okay, it's going to return this one. Now let's go to the boundary here. And what is this boundary? If the value of n is greater than the maximum that they have specified, that is 9999, if they have given this value as 9999, if this is the case, in that case what to do? In that case I'm going to return a error message saying that you are out of range. So error, and I'm going to say out of range. Beyond this we are not going to calculate it. So we have taken care of negative numbers, we have taken care of 0. We are now supposed to the extreme end, that is above the range, we have taken care. Now what if the number is within that range? Okay, so if you get a positive number, suppose if you get the number is greater than 0, suppose if you get this number, in that case what are we going to do? Okay, in that case we are going to return the result. Okay, result is previous value of the result. So I hope you know what is a plus equal to. Result is equal to result plus. Okay, I'm going to put one space here. Now remember, the space that I'm adding is because you get this uh, say 40 space 5. So like this, there will be one space here, and that space I'm compensating here. Otherwise, it will touch each other, and they're going to come very close to each other. So result is equal to result plus. I'm going to go to the number, and I'm going to say get word. Okay, the value of yeah. So this is good. Now, this is good up to certain extent. What do you mean by saying up to certain extent? Suppose if the given number is 8, you can straight away get the value. It's 8. If the given number is 17, you can straight away get 17. If the given number is 20, you can straight away get this. But what if the given number is 25? In this case, you don't have anything over here. In this case, what you have to type is first you have to type 20, that is for this 20, and then you have to type 5. So this two things will come. Above 20, you have some problem because above 20, even if it is 45, so what you have to do is first you have to say not 4, you have to go search here and get this 40 and then 5. Okay, so two things will come. So this will happen after 20 or 20 or more. Okay, so let's take care of that particular thing. What happens if you go beyond 20? So below 20, there is no problem. So suppose if n is greater than or equal to 20, beyond this 20, how to take care of this? Remember, beyond this 20, suppose if you have this number as 28, first of all, you have to get this part, 2 here, and then 8 here. Two things you have to get it. How do you get to 2 out of 28? It's a very simple thing. You divide this, take this 28, divide this 28 by 10. So what you get, the answer that you are going to get is 2.8. Yes. What is the integer part of this thing? So what is the integer? Where is it gone? What is the integer part of this whole thing? So integer of this is integer of this 2.8. What is the integer part? Integer part is 2. You get this 2 over here. Okay. What is remaining? How do I get a remainder? So 28 mod 10 is going to give the remainder. What is the remainder? This is going to give me the answer 8. Out of which 8 I can straight away get this 8. There is no problem. How can I get this 8 here? Is if you straight away go here, you're going to get this 8. That 8 is there. So from this 28 that you are typing, 8 you can straight away get. What about 2? If you straight away go and search for the answer 2 over here, it's going to give you 2. So what answer you are going to get is 28, which is definitely not something that you expect. This is not 28, it is 28. Okay, this is 28. In that case, do what? In that case, when it is 2 here, okay, you have to come to this place over here. Okay, where is this thing gone? You have to come here and say it is 20, not 2. Okay, how many are there? Before this, how many are there? So what is the compensation? So what you get is out of this 28, you get 2 here, but you can't type it as 2. You must get here. You must get to the position 20th. How can you get this one? If you just say get the word of 2, it's going to return the value 2. I don't want it to return the value 2. I want it to return the value 20. How do I do that? For this 2, I'm going to add 18. I'm going to compensate 18. So what is 18 plus 2? 18 plus 2 is 20. Yes. So what is the value of 20? 20 is you are going to get this 20. So this time you are going to get the value as 20. Okay, that is 20. And 8, you know very well, 8 is going to come as usual without any problem. So I'm going to get 20 and 8. So I'm compensating 18 here. What about if you have 35 here? So from this 35, extract 3, add 18 to this. 18 plus 3 is 21. Remember, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. You have to calculate 1, 2, 3, 4, and so on up to 20. This will be 21. Even the value shown is this one. It's index location in terms of arrays. You know this array story here. In terms of the array, it is continuously. This thing is, you can imagine this thing as though it is an array with the numbers like this. Okay, you can imagine this as an array. Okay, up to here it is 20. Okay, continuous 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10, 20, and so on. After this, this is 21, this is 22, this is 23, and so on. So this is 21. How do I get to 21 for 3? 18 plus 3. So I'm compensating 18 for the getting the number. So let me try this one. If it is above 20, so I'm going to say result is equal to old result plus, let me put one space here, plus, let me go to this number again. Number is your what is that, enumeration, and then you get get words. Okay, get words. Now I don't want it to be like this. I want it to be divided by 10. Remember, this is a integer division. Divide this number by 10. So recall that one. So if you have this 58 divided by 10, you are going to get 5.8. Integer part of it is 5. So that is what I'm doing, dividing it by 10. But very important thing, you need to compensate 18 for that, so that you get the actual value. Okay. After this also, I'm going to put one space. Remember, that space you can omit it. So from this, what I get is, suppose if you have this 58 divided by 10, you are going to get integer part, you are going to get 5. What about the 8 here? I want to get this 8. How do I get this 8? 58 mod 10 is going to return the remainder. What is the remainder? 10 goes 5 times, 8 is the remainder. So how do I get write that thing? So the new value of the number n is new value of the number. I think I can write a new value of the number is a number divided by 10. You know this, but you have already studied in the Java. You can write a number. This is equal. This is same as writing number is equal to number mod 10. This is same. The shortcut for this is mod equal to 10. So this is going to be the short form. That is for 20. What about if it is 100? Suppose you get this number as say 456. In that case, divided by 100. So when you divide it by 100, what you get? 4.56. What is the integer part of it? Integer part of it is 4. So get this 4, and in front of this, so if you search here, you're going to get this value as 4, but that is not the end of it. 4, then you have to say plus 100. It is 400 and something you have to write. So this 400 and something you have to write. So if the value, let's go ahead and let's do that particular thing. So I'm going to go over here. Okay, suppose if okay, the given number is greater than or equal to 100, in that case, what you are going to do? Result is equal to plus or equal to, okay, so I'm going to put one space here, plus number, okay, get word, okay, what is it? N divided by 100, so n by 100, so you get n by 100, okay, plus n by 100 plus one space 100. I'm going to say 100. Okay, done. Let me put that. Okay, So let's look at this one, 458. Let's say, let me divide it by 100. What I'm going to get is, let me divide it by 100. So what I'm going to get here is 4.58. Yes. What is the integer part of it? So the integer part of it is definitely 4. You get this integer part as 4. Done. Now how do I get this 58 out of this one? Again, you take this 458 mod 100. So 400 times, then what is remaining is 58. Now what will you do with the 58? With the 58, give it to the this one. 58, is it greater than 20? Yes, it is greater than 20. So you start from this one. 58 divided by 10. You're doing it here. You look at here. 58 divided by 10. So what is the answer? You are going to get the answer as 5.8. What is the integer equivalent of it? Integer equivalent of it is 5. So you get this 5. Compensate 18 to this. You know very well, when it is above 20, compensate 18 to this, so that you get the not 5, you get 50. So that is the answer you must get. So you get this 50 here. So 50, and take this 58 again, 58 again, mod 10. What is the answer? 58 mod 10. What is the remainder? Remainder is 8. Take this 8 and give it to, straight away you give it to the word. So what you are going to get? 400. So 400 for here, and this is going to be 18 plus 5, that is 50. 450. The last word will be 8. So it's going to be 400, and here you get 50, and here you are going to get 58. 458. This is how it's going to go. Now let me reduce this number mod equal to 100, because you have to divide it by 100, so you get that thing. Again, let's go one step above. So what is the one step above? So one step above is what if it is greater than 1000? So if it is greater than 1000, same story, divided by 1000. Okay, it's the same thing. So suppose if you get the number as 5678, so divided by 1000, what you are going to get is 5.67 something. Integer part is 5, so you say 5, not 100, 5000, because it is going to be in 1000. So this is 1000, and some 100, and some 20, and some. So it's going to go below this one. Below this is one and the same. So I'm going to just say this is 1000. Okay. This, what is this? 5000. I think 1000. What is the spelling? Okay, 1000, and definitely you have to do the 1000. Now 1000 story is very good, but you know very well, when it goes beyond 20,000, then what to do? You know very well. When it goes beyond 20, you have to compensate 18. So same story. I'm going to just copy paste this one instead of writing this whole thing again and again. So if it is going beyond 20,000, that is beyond this one, how many digits are there? Let me, if my digits are numbers are less, I'm going to compensate for that. Don't worry. 1, 2, 3, 4, beyond 20,000. So hopefully beyond 20,000, beyond 20,000. I have to put the zeros, because I'm missing the zeros. I can't really get how many zeros are there, but anyhow, that will be there hopefully. Remember that it is 20, and there is no need to write anything. So 1000. Okay, 20 something. Okay, 20 value will be there, so I'm not going to do anything with that, and you get the answer. Okay, so hopefully things are proper. So you get beyond, what about beyond 1 lakh? Beyond 1 lakh, it is beyond the limit, so you are not going to get anything out of there. Let me save it, and let me go to this main here, and in this main is already there. In the same project, you have this num.main is already there. Let me go to this our story, and what did they say? They said that you need to create a instance variable. you need to create a instance variable. So let's create an instance variable of this number. So I'm going to say number. Okay, num is equal to number. You can't write it as a new because it's not a class. Number dot 8 10 whatever it is. Okay, you just initialize it. It's going to call the constructor. Done. I need a scanner class as usual. I need a scanner. So I'm going to say scanner in is equal to new scanner because I want to input something from the keyboard. So I'm going to say system dot in. So I got this one. Okay, and definitely I need a number. Let's say n is my number. I'm going to say yes out. Enter a number. Okay, so let's say enter a number. You don't want to, I'm going to just say print. Okay, you enter the number. So I'm going to say n is equal to in dot next integer. So you got that. Okay, and I'm going to say yes out, and within this yes out I'm going to call this number. What is this? Num is the instance variable for that number. So I get this instance variable which they have said instance variable. So I got the instance variable, and I'm going to say convert this n whatever you are given. So just convert this number into that. Hopefully I've not made any mistake. Let me keep my finger crossed and let's give it a try. So let's start with the number. I'm going to try their number. So whatever number they have said is 36. Whether am I getting this 36 over here? I press enter and you get 36. Whatever they said, I'm going to get it. Now only thing is I don't want to run this again and again and again and again. So I'm going to just remark this one. So how to quickly remark this? Control and if you want to remark this statement, type ctrl plus the slash. Okay, so you will quickly remark it in one shot. If you again press it, it will unremark it. So you can remark it, unremark it. So I'm going to remark it, and I'm going to use s out, and I'm going to try a few numbers on my own. Okay, let's try with the numbers. So I start with the 0. Okay, one after the other, I'm going to try a few numbers. So instead of running it again and again and again, so then it is 10. Then it is going to be 100. This is going to be 1000. This is going to be 10,000. Okay, let me try them whether I get all these things. Let me run it and see whether I get it. 0, 10, 100, 1000. This is going to be 10,000. Oh, where is, oh, did I do the compensation for that? Sorry. So this is extremely, I think I did everything with the 20,000, but I forgot that when I did this for 20,000, I need to compensate. Sorry about that. So where is it? 20,000, please. Okay. So this is, this for 20, beyond 20, you need 18 compensation. I forgot that. This 18 compensation, I told you, this the story is same, whether it is 20 or whether it is 20,000, you have to compensate for 18 for that. Let me try it one more time. And you get 1,000. Done. Okay. Again, you get 1,000. I think 1,000 because I can't figure out how many zeros I am putting. Okay, so let's run it. Okay, 10,000. Okay, done. Let me start with the 9, 99, 99, 9,999, 999, one more 9, 9, 9, 3, 4, 5. Hopefully, I think run it. Okay, 999, 999, 9,999, 99,999. You're getting it. Okay, so I did it because there is no point in running this 100 times. So now, as a good student, you are supposed to do like this. I'm going to remove this control and backslash, so you're going to get it. Let me give a last chance for this one. I will just run it and let me type this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's see whether I get an error or not. So this is going to be 12,000. So 12,345. You get that answer. So that's all we are supposed to do it. Okay. Thank you for your interest. We will meet again in the next exercise. Thank you.